Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to a wonderful Wednesday with Mrs. Wilson, and I have Cheyenne with me behind me. We're hoping you are all doing well. I'm going to read one of my favorite books, The Night I Followed the Dog. I love this book. I hope you enjoy it too. And I hope Cheyenne likes it too. I have a dog. Nothing exotic or special, just an ordinary dog. In fact, I always thought he was a little boring. What I mean is, he can fetch, roll over, and shake hands, but mostly he sleeps and eats. I love the way it's actually written here, too. I used to think that our next door neighbor's dog had the best one in the world. Their dog can sing and change the channels on the TV. Their dog always wins medals in obedience school, but I don't think their dog is so great now. Not since I followed the dog. Excuse me, Cheyenne. Hope she doesn't want to eat it. Every night I let my dog out and he runs off into the darkness with his tail wagging. The next morning I let him in and he heads straight for the food bowl. But one morning I knew something was funny when I opened the door a little bit earlier than usual and I saw my dog jump out of a limousine. Excuse me. Before I could look twice, he disappeared into the backyard. I opened the kitchen door and whistled. When he came into the house, he was the same as he always was, hungry, huh, Cheyenne? I really wasn't sure that I believed what I had seen, so that night I decided to follow him. Oh, whoop, sorry. I wore dark clothing so I wouldn't be noticed, and I left my bicycle near the door so I'd have it close by. When I let the dog out, I slipped out too. I took out the garbage so he wouldn't suspect anything. The dog went straight to his doghouse. I saw a light go on inside. Slowly, I snuck around the backyard and peeked into his doghouse. Ooh, what do you think he saw? This was not the doghouse that I helped build. Inside there was a living room, a bathroom, and a huge closet full of fancy clothes. The dog was in the bathroom. He was wearing a tuxedo and fumbling with his bow tie. When he came out, he casually walked out of the doghouse, across the yard, and down the street. Look at that doghouse. That was a pretty fancy one, wasn't it? I grabbed my bicycle and followed him. 2 blocks later, I saw a limousine pull over. The dog got in and the car took off. I started pedaling faster. The car headed across town. I thought I was going to lose him, but luckily they were stopped by a couple red lights. After a while, I found myself in a part of town that I had never seen before. The buildings all seemed to be empty and it was very quiet. The limousine stopped. I hid and watched my dog get out. He disappeared into a building and the limousine pulled away. There was nothing on the outside of the building, just 2 brass fire hydrants on either side of the entrance. I opened the door. At the end of the hall, there was a neon sign saying, "The Dog House." I crept closer. It looked like some kind of club. I decided to get a closer look. The moment I opened the door, 2 mean-looking bulldogs appeared and said, "You can't come in here." I didn't know what to say, so I said, but, I saw my dog. I think my dog's in here. "It's okay, boys. He's with me." The bulldog said, "Sure, boss. Whatever you say, boss." Uh-oh, it belongs to his dog. For a minute, it seemed like forever. Then my dog said, "I knew you would find out eventually. Well, you know, this is my place." I looked around. Finally, I asked, "What is this place?" My dog said, "This This is a place where dogs can come after a hard day. It's a place where we can relax. It's where we can talk about our problems with the mailman or with that poodle next door. You're helping a lot, aren't you? See all the sofas? We can sit on the sofas here. We can get treats without having to lie down, roll over, or play dead. And if we want to chew on a shoe or chase our tail, no one will stop us. We have no masters here, no leashes, and no rolled up newspapers. This is a place where dogs can be dogs. No? You don't think so? She's looking for food. We sat down. A Cocker Spaniel came by and asked me if I would like a bowl of water or some biscuits. Little by little, dogs of all kinds started coming in. Some danced, some talked. They all looked at me a little funny, but when they saw who I was with, they smiled and shook my hand. No? Give me a kiss? At one point, my dog waved to an Afghan with a camera. She came over to our table and took a picture of us together. Being with my dog made me feel like a movie star. Cheyenne, you can move your little head a little bit. Ooh, look at that. Afghan took a picture of them. Just when I was really starting to enjoy myself, I looked at my watch. I told my dog I had to leave or I'd be in trouble. He nodded. I think he was about to say something, but a glamorous greyhound grabbed his paw and whisked him onto the dance floor. As he was getting up, he tossed me the photo of the two of us. Then he bowed slightly and disappeared into the crowd. I love you too. Oh no. It was way past my bedtime. As I pedaled home into the cool night, I thought to myself, now I'm really going to be in the doghouse. But again, that might not be so bad. Boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed this book as much as I did, and of course Cheyenne, and hopefully we'll see you next Wednesday. Mwah!